So we're now going to talk about values, and we've got 6 CEOP values, and CEOP stands for Child Exploitation Online Protection, and that's from the National Crime Agency. So the first value would be safeguarding. I think we can all agree that safety and well-being is always a first and a priority for our children and young people. Number 2 would be approach from the perspective of the child. So understanding what being online means to the young person and explaining positives as well as any risks to them, and trying not to stop them from using the games or the sites that they want to use, unless of course there are some real concerns and risks with that, and you would have a conversation and explain that to them. Because if you were to not have the conversation and you'd be adamant and you would just ban them from using whatever and everything, then it's likely to have the opposite effect. And then you won't know what your children are using, and you won't be there to be able to give advice and be able to step in, and they may not come to you when they do have concerns. So it's much better to sort of keep that dialogue open. Number 3 is promoting dialogue and understanding. So young people feel safety when they are listened to, and when they have someone they trust that they can speak to. Now, that isn't always the parent or the carer. It could be somebody else in their life. It could be a teacher, it could be a relative, it could be an older sibling, or it could be a friend of the family. So as long as they have someone that they trust, that they can talk to, um, this can be a major positive in your life and in theirs. So number 4 would be empower and enable children. So children always have the right to be protected and supported, and we're there to help them build confidence and to build their skills, whether that be online or in person. And we're there to help them learn and point them in the right direction. And we're helping them navigate the online world, as well as we help them to navigate the world in person. So say for example, email or text where you get from an unknown source, and you open it and you might open and click on a link which wouldn't necessarily be wise to do. And I've certainly learned I don't do that. It's dangerous, and I don't know what that link is gonna give me. So I delete them now. If I don't know who it's from, I delete. So sharing that information with young people and making them aware as they get their new technology and their first phone is going to help support them. So number 5 is never frighten or scaremonger. So alarmist education can be very risky and ineffective, and we need to avoid shocking or scaring young people, because they will remember this much more so than the actual message that you were trying to convey to them. So it will have the opposite effect. So we try not to scare. Okay. Number 6 is challenging victim blaming. So we have a responsibility to challenge any victim blaming language. It is never the fault of those who have been harmed. Okay, we need to remember that. So we as parents and professionals can help to build confidence, um, and we can also do that by having conversations and by staying calm, even maybe when we might feel angry. And we need to stay calm and have a conversation. And in this way, you're going to build the confidence of that young person in order that they will come back to you and talk to you should they need to in future. So it's really important to just stay calm and have a conversation. And usually when you're feeling angry, it's because you're fearful of what may have happened to your child and what they may have done, and that they've put themselves possibly in danger or at risk. So just, just have a conversation.